What up, guys? And eventually checking in. Nice to meet you. Today we're gonna unlock your dream life. We're gonna break it down for you step by step, from the housing to the leisure activities to your savings, how to live your dream life. We're gonna break it down for you in the most practical way, like we always do. Then eventually, stay tuned.
All right, guys, let's jump to housing. Let's talk about the roof over your head. If you're trying to be low key, you want to be somewhere between $1,000 a month and $1,500 a month. If you're lucky enough to get a 2-bedroom for that price, you probably want to get a roommate as well. Don't just let that space go to waste. If you're a more modest person, you have a corporate job, you want to move up a little bit from that college style housing, you want, some granite countertops, things like that. You're going to look at $1,700 to $2,500, guys. And then if you're moving to the high end, you got marble countertops, your walk-in showers, you got an abundance of space, you have a 2-car garage. You're probably spending somewhere between $3,500 to $10,000. Guys, keep in mind this price range, you have amazing views overlooking the city. We're talking downtown Chicago, 87th floor, Miami, all of those types of styles, those big metropolitan areas to where high rollers are living and renting at those areas.
Guys, please keep in mind, right? You want to know where you are within each category, right? So we break it down for you in a mathematical manner so you can understand where you need to be or potentially where you are at your current financial situation. So next we're going to move on to transportation, guys. So just to keep it low key, maybe you're living in a place where you don't necessarily need a car, so you're going to have no car payment whatsoever. You're going to do more so Uber, Lyft, these type of things. You might even be able to bike, right? And all contingent on where you live, right? And next we're going to go into, if you're more of a modest person, right? Maybe you're driving anything from like a Honda to a Toyota. Like we always talk about, you shouldn't have a car payment, but maybe you do have a car payment. You spend anywhere from $500 to $800 a month. And next we're going to get more into the high end of things, where now you're riding clean, riding the big boy, riding the foreign cars. That can be anywhere from $1,500 to $5,000 a month, guys. So that could put you in the case of a Mercedes-Benz, a BMW, even a Maserati, right? Those foreign cars, those things you see that in music videos, right? So now, just between your housing and your transportation, you see where you could potentially be at, right? You may be low-key with your housing, and then you may be modest with your vehicle, right? So this is all gonna help you guys have perspective when it comes to unlocking your dream life.
All right, guys, let's jump to food. We all love food. I'm a big foodie. He chooses to get his steak cooked, burnt. But when we're talking about low key, guys, one meal could cost you anywhere from $15 to $25. And keep in mind, that's without drinks. That's not including drinks. That's maybe a soft drink included, but that's not, liquor. If we move to the modest, Friday through Sunday, we're talking $30 to $100, somewhere between there. And again, it's not including the liquor. And now if we're high end, we're big ballers, we're rolling, we're popping bottles. We wine by the glass, cheapskate. You cheapskate? We're talking $500 to $1,500, 5 or more days a week. Guys, that is the top shelf. You have shots rolling in, you're buying the wait staff drinks, everyone's laughing, having a great time. That is what you're looking to spending on food.
Now think about it, guys. This is why we broke everything down into categories, right? Because even if you modest, right, with your going out and things of that nature, you're still going to be spending $400 a month just on your food, right? And that we haven't even gotten into your leisure activity and things of that nature. So this is why we broke everything down, so it's clear, concise, and easy to understand, guys, how to unlock your dream life. You may want to hold back on the food. You may be more of maybe have a nice place and have a modest car, or I love steakhouses, I want to go here, I want to go there, and caviar and escargot and all this other foolishness, right? But it's your life. You get to choose how you want to do it. Just categorize everything. So next we're going to get into your leisure activity, your hobbies, nightlife. So you're only going out once a week, just hanging out. That's going to be anywhere from $25 to $50 a week, right? $25 to $50 a week. You just go here and there, maybe go to a pool hall, maybe go to a little bar or something like that, just real low key, right? Now, if you're modest, hey, You had a long, hard week of work, pause, you're going out Friday through Sunday. That's anywhere from $100 to $300 every week. Every week, $100 to $300 every week. So you stand to spend about $1,200 a month just on your leisure activities, hobbies, nightlife, etc. Right? And you're really doing it big, guys. High end. That's anywhere from $500 to $1,500 a week. That's bottle service. That's the creme de la creme, right? Nightlife. You're really getting deep into your hobbies. If you're into trading cards, comic books, whatever it may be, going to shows, plays, whatever it may be. So really want to consider this and keep all this stuff in mind as we go down the list.
All right, lastly, guys, we have savings. One of the more important things on here, but if you're living your dream life, you have money, and you should be saving if you're living your dream life. And if you're low-key about it, probably putting away somewhere between 5 and 10%. If you're modest, you're looking at 15 to 25%. And if you are a high roller, you're responsible, you know what you want your money to work for you, you are putting anywhere between 50 and 75% of those funds away, and you're living on the other half, or you're living on that 25%. You are fiscally responsible, and you know in the long run this is going to pay off over time. Guys, saving is very important. We talk about it and abundantly, in our videos and things like that. So make sure you're saving. Make sure you are doing the right things in order to keep living your dream life. You want the longevity. You don't want to spend too quickly. You want to be more low key than you are high end for the most part. But if you're living your dream life and you have balance, you can continue doing that for the rest of it.
There you have it, guys. We broke it down for you guys category by category in a clear, concise manner. Easy to follow way, guys. So let us know if this is the dream life you want to live, how you're going to live your dream life. You may be low-key some areas, maybe modest some areas, maybe high-end some areas. You may be high-end in all of them, right? You're really balling like that. Well, regardless, just let us know. Comment below. Live adventurously. The world is yours.